So who are the 10 greatest players to have played for Manchester United in its over 140 years of existence? This is a question whose answers comes with a list of endless disagreements and heated debates. Well, for such a great club with a great heritage, it's so difficult to choose who's been our best player ever since the club was formed. I decided to do some research on this topic, and here is my top 10 countdown of Manchester United greatest players of all time. Number 10 on the list is Cristiano Ronaldo, who played for Manchester United between 2003 and 2009. I know some of you expected him to be among the top 5, but due to competitive nature of these lists, I could only rank him at number 10. It is a fact that the older United fans will not mention him among their top 15 greatest Manchester United legends, leave alone top 10. But for someone like me who watched him play, I have to. Having joined United in 2003 as a young teenager, weak in body physique and inconsistent, there was something special in him that Sir Alex Ferguson saw that United fans could not see then. Something that we came to appreciate in his 6 years at the club, when he left in 2009 as the best and the most expensive football player on the planet, and after winning his first ever prestigious Ballon d'Or. In his 6 years at the club, they formed a great partnership with Wayne Rooney, a combination whose attacking capability could not be matched in the whole of Europe in their days. Ronaldo was one of the greatest number 7 at Manchester United after George Best and Eric Cantona, making a total of 292 appearances in his time and scoring 118 goals. Something that makes Ronaldo special is that he gave his best for the club during that short period, scoring crucial match-winning and tournament-winning goals. It was during his time that Manchester United were able to win 3 consecutive Premier League trophies from 2007 and 2009, one Champions League Cup in 2008, and losing the other in the final stage in 2009. He also won 1 FA Cup, 2 League Cups, 1 Community Shield, and 1 Club World Cup in 2008. Number 9 on the list is Peter Schmeichel, also known as the Great Dan by Red Devil fans, who played for Manchester United in 1991 and 1999. Manchester United have been blessed with some of the best goalkeepers in the world, but Peter was the greatest of them all. It is only Edwin van der Sar who came closer to him some years later. Defenders who played with him can tell he was always the complementary factor behind them. In the 1992-1993 season, 22 clean sheets from him helped United win the Premier League Championship, the first time the club had won England's top trophy in 26 years. This same season, he was named the best goalkeeper after initially winning the accolade in the previous year. He is well known for captaining Manchester United in the famous comeback against Bayern Munich to win the Champions League in 1998-1999 season, a season where they won the first treble, that is the English Premier League, FA Cup and Champions League. In his 8 years in total with Manchester United, Schmeichel won 5 Premier League titles, 3 FA Cups, 1 League Cup and 1 UEFA Champions League. No wonder Ferguson referred to him as the greatest bargain of the century. At number 8 on the list is Roy Keane, who played for Manchester United between 1993 and 2005. Roy Keane epitomized the unwavering spirit and desire to succeed that Manchester United stands for. Sir Alex Ferguson labelled him the best ever he worked with. Aspiring footballers and Reds everywhere worshipped the ground he walked on. He ensured that the standards never slipped during matches or even on the training pitch. No player wanted to get on the wrong side of Keane. Being one of the best defensive midfielders Manchester United ever had, he formed the engine in Ferguson's Manchester United class of 1992 team. Roy took over the captainship after Eric Cantona's sudden retirement in 2005 and captained United up until 2005 when he retired. One of his best seasons as a captain was in 1998-1999 season, where Manchester United won the famous treble. Though his career never ended well at Manchester United, what he did for the club can never be washed away easily. Roy scored 51 goals in 480 appearances for Manchester United in 12 years at the club, and in that time winning 7 Premier League titles, 3 in succession from 1998 to 2001, 1 Champions League, 4 FA Cups, 4 Community Shield and 1 Intercontinental Cup. At number 7 is Paul Scholes, who played for Manchester United between 1991 and 2013. Paul joined United as a teen in 1991 and rose through the ranks at Old Trafford to become the greatest modern midfield maestro of his generation. Paul Scholes received praises from various managers and players, including Xavi, who said in 2004 that Paul Scholes was the best central midfielder he had ever seen in the previous 15 to 20 years, describing him as a spectacular player who has everything. He can play the final pass, he can score, he is strong, he never gets knocked off the ball, and he doesn't give away possession. Among the best midfielders of all time, he is always the top of the list in the conversation. Paul spent his entire professional football career playing for Manchester United, where he played 718 games, third most by Manchester United player after Ryan Giggs and George Best, scoring 155 goals. Despite being the quietest member of the 1992 class in the dressing room, his output on the field was next to none. No wonder he received recognition from Bobby Charlton. With United, Paul won 10 Premier League titles, 2 Champions League, 3 FA Cups, 5 Community Shield, 1 Club World Cup and 1 Intercontinental Cup. At number 6, we have Wayne Rooney, who played for Manchester United between 2004 and 2017. He was just 18 years when he joined Manchester United from Everton for 22.5 million euros, becoming the most expensive under-20 player then. From the onset, he was destined for greatness at Manchester United, evident from his goal-scoring abilities. He made his United debut on 28 September in a 6-2 home win over Fenerbahce in the UEFA Champions League, scoring a hat-trick and laying on an assist. These goals made Rooney the youngest ever player to score a hat-trick in the Champions League, aged 18 years, 335 days at that time, wearing jersey number 8. In 2007, he was assigned jersey number 10, which was earlier worn by Ruud van Nistelrooy, and the rest was history. When Rooney later on went to break Sir Bobby Charlton's 44-year standing record of most goals, that is 247 by a Manchester United player, and 49 goals for England national team in his 13 years at the club. He ended up with 253 goals in 559 appearances for the club. His attacking partnership with Cristiano was one of the best Premier League had ever seen. This is someone who dedicated the best of his career to Manchester United and turned down opportunities to play for Real Madrid and Chelsea at some point of his career, just to play for Manchester United. Though his playing track record was not that clean, he picked a few yellow cards and red cards here and there, but they were mainly as a result of fighting for the team to win on the field. When Rooney helped the club to lift 5 Premier League Cups, 2 FA Cups, 1 Europa League, 3 League Cups, 4 Community Shields and 1 Club World Cup. Number 5 on the list is Eric Cantona, who played for United between 1992 and 1997. Talk of fantastic 5 years of football at Old Trafford, then King Eric is the man. A physically strong and tenacious forward who combined technical skill and creativity with power and goal-scoring ability, who wore jersey number 7 at United with its collar always up. Cantona played a key role in the revival of Manchester United as a footballing force in the 1990s and earning him an iconic status at the club. He won the title in each of his seasons with the Reds and Leeds, apart from the 1994 season, where he missed most of it after receiving 8-month suspension for kicking a fan. With Cantona leading the line, United felt and often looked invisible. Ferguson later said, "If ever there was one player anywhere in the world that was made for Manchester United, it was Cantona. Despite having great footballing achievements, he had a poor disciplinary record for much of his career, including a 1995 conviction of assault on an abusive spectator. Eric made 182 appearances for Manchester United, scoring 82 goals before announcing sudden retirement. In that short period, he led United to winning 4 Premier League titles, 2 FA Cup and 3 Community Shield. Closing in at number 4, we have Denis Law, who played for Manchester United between 1962 and 1973. Nicknamed Dennis King or Denis Lawman, the only man to have 2 statues dedicated to him at Old Trafford, one on the Stratford End course and the other as part of the United Trinity statue overlooking the stadium forecourt. Dennis spent 11 successful years at Manchester United, where he scored 237 goals in 404 appearances, becoming the club's 3rd highest goal scorer behind Wayne Rooney and Bobby Charlton. Law became the first United and Scotland player to lift the Ballon d'Or in 1964, beating Spanish Luis Suarez. That season he scored 46 goals in a single football season, a record that has never been broken at Manchester United up until now. Older United fans can never forget the goal he scored in 1974 that led to Manchester United being relegated to Division 1 football when he was playing for our neighbours Manchester City, just a year after leaving Manchester United. In his 11 years at United, he won 3 First Division titles and 1 European. Number 3 on the list is George Best, who played for Manchester United between 1963 and 1974, who was also part and the soul of the Holy Trinity Trio, the greatest Northern Irish footballer of all time. Talk of the best footballers in the world, and you can't fail to mention him. Maradona was good, Pele was better, and George was simply the best of the best. The most naturally gifted player, he had pace, skills, and balance on the ball that every football player would long to have. He joined United at 15 years and spent almost his whole football career playing for Manchester United. In fact, by the time he was 22, he was already at the peak of his career. He had already led United to the first European trophy and league title, became United top goal scorer for 6 consecutive seasons, and also the highest ever goal scorer in a single match, scoring 6 goals in United 8-2 win against Southampton in 1970. He became the 3rd United player to win the Ballon d'Or in 1968 after helping United to lift their first European Cup playing against Benfica. Manchester United became the first British club to win the trophy. In his time at the club, they formed the most memorable football partnership with Denis Law and Sir Bobby Charlton, nicknamed the Holy Trinity Trio, under the famous Sir Busby. Talking of the famous number 7 jersey, he was the first to wear it and in fact raising its cult status. Best made a total of 470 appearances for Manchester United, scoring 179 goals, winning 1 European Cup and 2 Division 1 championships. At number 2 on the list is Ryan Giggs, who played for Manchester United between 1990 and 2014. The Flying Welshman is almost on the top of my list, surpassing the other 2 members of the Holy Trinity Trio. This is because he's one man who knows no other club than Manchester United, a United player and retired a United player. He made a record of 963 appearances, scoring 168 goals in all competition, winning 34 trophies in that time, and becoming the most decorated British player of all time. He is the only player to score in each of the first 21 seasons of the Premier League. No wonder some United fans used to refer to him as the next George Best. In fact, you cannot mention Sir Alex Ferguson's Manchester United without touching on his name. He was one of the most integral parts of Sir Alex Ferguson's team that dominated English Premier League and Europe, making Manchester United a more successful club than Liverpool. Because before the class of 1992, the Reds were above United's in regards to titles. In his time at United, he won 13 Premier League medals, 4 FA Cups, 3 League Cups, 2 UEFA Champions League Cups, 1 FIFA Club World Cup, 1 Intercontinental medal, 1 UEFA Super Cup medal, and 9 FA Community Shield medals. At number 1 on the list, of course, is Bobby Charlton, who played for United between 1956 and 1973. Nobody values the identity of Manchester United like this man. In fact, he's the marking scheme as to who a Manchester United player should look like, character-wise and talent-wise. This is a player who was only booked twice in his whole football career. Just like Bob Marley is to reggae fans, Sir Bobby Charlton is to English football fans. The only English football player that came close to him was David Beckham. Bobby made his breakthrough as a teenager into the famous Matt Boothby team and went on to become the most integral part of the team and the heart of the Holy Trinity trio. He was among the few United players who survived the 1958 Munich air disaster that claimed 8 lives of United first-team players, including the great Duncan Edwards. It is from that accident that he was inspired to dedicate his football life to his fallen teammates, playing every game like a final. He also led England to winning the 1966 World Cup in the home soil tournament, where he was named the best player. Bobby became the first England player to win the most coveted football award, Ballon d'Or, in 1968. He later went on to captain the team that won the famous and the first Manchester United European Cup title against Benfica in 1968. Talk of the greatest Manchester United midfielders of all time, then he is on top of that list. The fact that he was a midfielder and remained the club's record goal scorer for 44 years says it all. He made a record appearance for Manchester United of 758 games, retiring at the age of 35, a record that was later broken by Ryan Giggs. Even after retiring from professional football in 1973, he continued to influence the sport positively and later being knighted in 1994, having previously been awarded the OBE and CBE. In Bobby's 17 years of service to Manchester United, he won 3 league titles, 1 European Cup, 1 FA Cup and 4 Community Shields.